Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Actually, I have a very short attention span, so I can only work about 30 minutes at a time.
Welcome to another episode of the New Ray Media Show. In this episode, which is the fourth...
Recording?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So...
How long have you been recording?
Criminally long.
Okay.
Incriminatingly long.
Okay.
Back to the open. What is this show's going to be about? It's the fourth episode of our Mr. Noodles run that we're doing, taking Mr. Noodles and making it a whole brand with a whole month of content.
No,
we're just going to ignore you. And this is the last episode where we're actually going to see our skit, our content that we created.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we'll talk a little bit about how we're going to post it. Obviously, you could see that I get extra credit in high school for hanging out with this guy.
Yeah, you got extra credit for babysitting.
Just stick around and see the damn episode.
Okay, go ahead, Fernanda.
I was actually very impressed with Canva. It has a lot of little shortcuts that Illustrator has. So here it is like the final product of the carousel made in Canva. As I told you, I was really impressed with the tools that Canva offers. So for the comic, I didn't know I will make that here because usually I like design the characters. But in Canva, well, I cannot like hand draw. I found out that Canva has a lot of illustration resources. I use these resources to make the comic. This like speech bubble is also a resource from Canva. So as I told you, like Canva has resources for everything, absolutely everything.
That's really cute.
First of all, the girl looks a lot prettier than the guy could actually land.
That's the power of Mr. Noodles.
Yeah.
For this one, as I couldn't use Photoshop to remove the background of the picture, I researched in the internet for some tool that removes the backgrounds. I use that tool that I told you. I found it in the internet, and I think it really erase the background really good, like it's not like chewed or something. So this is just like a very simple post, but I think it's kind of funny. Of course it means like send nudes. I kind of didn't want to say that. I guess I have to.
You're gonna get us canceled, Fair, from social media. So Canva for a business, like there's no excuses, right? You could just use that to create graphic content. Where do you think the limitations is? Like how far will it take you?
You want to make like single images posts like these ones, and you can make like wonders. Canva has a lot of resources. So I think that like if you're just like starting up with your business, you can use Canva and it will like really work for you. It's a really good tool. You could also like just use the templates, right? And just like that's okay. But if you want to give it a personality, you don't have to use the templates. You can design from scratch.
For me, who did the filming of the pillar, we used an iPhone. We were outside, so the lights were the sun. Cheat a little bit because we used my professional mic because it was very, very windy. Obviously, you would pick a day that it wasn't crazy weather. I thought it looked very good. Like at least our phone can shoot 4K, so I thought it looked good. I have no issue not using professional gear. If it's funny, if it's valuable, I don't really care. If you have a phone, just do it. Whatever. It's either that or nothing. Just use your phone. The audio, I think the audio is tricky.
But you can get those little mics.
Yeah.
Like the TikToks that we.
I think it's even. I think they even use like this kind of microphone.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
A
lot of them are like that. I think you have no excuses. If you have a phone, you have a headset, you're good. Liberato, you go ahead.
Well, I did have to cheat a little bit just because you shot it in 4K. When it comes to free editing tools, most of them are online based. So you have first to upload your file, which in the case for a 4K file is a little bit too heavy for By the time it was uploaded, I started cutting, and well, Clipchamp just crashed like several times. I went to Capwing. I tried all the video editors out there, and most of them were having troubles with the 4K footage. So that's why I had to cheat a little bit. Took it back to Premiere and rendered it in a slower quality. So it was very easy to upload. And when it was there, I had absolutely no problems with Clipchamp anymore. So yeah, as you were saying, the audio was really noisy in the original file. Thanks to the Tascam recording you sent me, it was a little bit better. Well, I don't know, guys. Wanna take a look at it?
Yeah, let's see.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, miss. Hey. Free noodles for a little conversation.
I'm kind of busy.
I said $5 of a Starbucks gift card as well.
Oh, okay. I guess I have 5 minutes.
Yeah, come on, sit down. Alright.
Are you filming me?
Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah.
We need your permission.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
let me mic you up.
It's called consent, bro.
Okay. There you go. So you're mic'd up.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
you're a
it's kind of raining.
no, it's part of the whole thing
Okay.
that we're doing here in the campus. Tell us who you are, your name, what you're studying.
My name's Mackenzie,
Okay.
and I study Spanish history.
History.
Yeah.
So these are going to be your noodles.
Okay.
So
Oh, you don't have to open them. Or, oh, okay.
it's part of.
It's part of the thing.
Go with it. Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me about what you think of online study. Like, what's the pros? What's the cons?
I like it because I can stay home and
Okay. Yeah.
like be in my pajamas. Sometimes I just leave my camera off and don't even get out of bed. So
Okay.
I like that, but kind of sucks because I was hoping to find my esposo, so
Okay.
and I haven't been able to.
That's the Spanish part of like.
Spanish for husband.
Husband.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, what are the cons? Like big time cons?
Of online school.
Yeah.
The big time con is you don't get to meet people, and they're still charging you a bunch of money, and the teacher doesn't even get out of bed either, so it's kind of a scam, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the big con.
Where do you go to school?
I go to the University of Toronto.
Okay, that's a fancy one, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
Yeah, it's expensive as well, right?
Expensive. I come from a wealthy family, so
Okay.
yeah. Like I don't really need your gift card, but it's gonna be nice, you know.
Okay, maybe for like a birthday gift or
Yeah, like
house.
yeah.
maybe hold
I like
this here.
Starbucks. Okay.
Yeah. So it's expensive. It's expensive. Do you find yourself running out of money to buy groceries and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my parents gave me a visa for that kind of stuff, like I said.
Yeah, that doesn't work for the bit that we're doing here, so you're poor.
Okay.
So you're a broke student. Like our market research shows that broke students like you really like these type of noodles because they're cheap and they're easy to make.
Yeah, you can get them for like 10 cents at Walmart. So me and my roommate, we always go, we buy like 1,000 of them. Yeah. The manager gets pretty pissed, but we just look him dead in the eye and tell him like, Carl, move on.
Yeah.
And then
that
he
makes
does.
sense.
Yeah.
But would you go back if you have the option? 50-50, hybrid, go whenever you want to school online, and then go in person whenever you want. Would you be interested in it?
Probably would, because yeah, like I said, I'm looking to make friends, looking to find a man maybe, so.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Give us a try.
Oh, this is for me?
Yeah. That's your noodles.
Oh, thanks. Oh, let me try. Oh!
Go ahead.
Let me just try to get some.
It's part of the agreement. If you need the gift card, you gotta have
Yeah.
marketing side. You know, like my boss.
I get it,
He
man.
needs a shot. He needs a shot. Go ahead. Perfect.
They're really crunchy and delicious, thanks.
Yeah. So you feel like our brand now is connecting with you on a first day here on the campus,
and you're gonna buy our stuff, right? Because now we made an emotional connection with you.
Yeah, I would do that. I'm down.
As long as the prices don't go up.
Yeah, of course. I need that 10-cent noodle, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was lying before about my parents.
You were lying about your parents? You just wanted to look cool in the TikTok, right?
Yeah.
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 Nobody wants a poor girl.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to find my man, so.
Yeah.
You gotta say what you gotta say.
You gotta say what you
But
gotta say.
really, I do appreciate
Respect it.
these noodles, because the truth is, I need them. So thanks for
Okay.
that. Thanks.
Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, I'm on my way to class. So. Thanks, man.
Yep. There you have it, guys. This is our first episode of On the Campus interview, chatting with students, seeing what they think about our noodles, what are their feelings on online, offline.
That's the pillar episode. What do you guys think?
It was pretty good, pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
So it was mostly because of you guys' talent.
How hard was it to well, like, I mean, you fixed it up pretty good with the added text when we lost.
In retrospective, I think I could have pushed it a little further with the resources that Clipchamp offers. I think it's the best tool if you have a specific idea or a specific type of video you want to make. For example, it has templates for like making invitations, intros, ads, kind of simple things, 30 to 30 seconds or so. But the thing is, it has a lot of free resources talking about music, talking about stock video, talking about images, memes, GIFs, a lot of things. So I think I could have pushed it a little bit further if I had not had the issue with the upload, you know. If I were a completely beginner or, well, even intermediate user of video editors, or at least familiar with the process, it's a really great option. It's not that hard of a learning curve.
Okay, well, awesome work. I think it was definitely an experience. I don't think we're gonna quit our professional tools anytime soon.
Don't think so.
But overall, good experience. All right, so Mr. Noodles, you know where to reach us because we're ready to work for you. So we just saw the clip that we just did. It was really nice. It was very informative, top notch. What do you think?
Yeah, hilarious.
Hilarious.
We're talking about that in Mr. Noodle's one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah, this is hilarious. Genuinely hilarious.
It's genuinely hilarious. That's what we want.
Yeah.
You can be funny and sell some products.
Why not, right?
We created the content. We have our pillar. We have our micro content. We have our carousels. We have all that stuff ready. Now, what are we gonna?
Well, this is not the end of the road. So we have our content, and we'll give you some good posting practices for you to post and keep track of your content. So first, you've got to have a content calendar. So this would be an overview of your upcoming posts. It could be a spreadsheet or an actual calendar.
We in Neuromedia use a spreadsheet. Liberato, if you'd like to share that spreadsheet, is very custom to us because we post a lot of content in Neuromedia. It's very particular to us. Maybe you want to dumb it down, make it smaller.
I can't go on myself. I think I'm getting...
We're gonna push through it.
So if you have an actual calendar or a spreadsheet, doesn't matter. The important aspect is to include specific information about each entry. So you would create an entry on the calendar per post, including the exact date and time that it's going to go live, the social network or social media thing that you want to post it on, the copy and assets. So we're talking about pictures, videos, links, tags that go with the post, any additional relevant information or anything you might want to put notes for yourself. Doing a calendar or a spreadsheet will save you time, and it'll guarantee that your content will be consistent every time. So it will help you reduce typos and reduce the chance for mistakes. If you have your day-to-day posts covered, when something topical comes up, you have time and opportunity to create content and engage with the topic. So it doesn't mean that you just have to post what's on the calendar. If something comes up and you think it's important to post about it, now you have time to do that.
Yeah, because like we talked in the beginning, once you have a set of procedures, a guideline or rails for your train to go on, you have time to think. I don't know, before we were doing a calendar, I wanted to do hand post everything, but it was very time consuming. Like I would forget. It's not sustainable. You want to stay consistent, right, on social media and post consistently. And your audience is expecting, like if you're at least posting once a day around this hour or something, if it's just whenever you remember, you're not going to have a consistent growth. So a calendar is going to help you do that.
Yeah.
If you're going to create the content.
And when you are putting things into your calendar, you already have a clear idea of what platform you want to post the content on and a time that you want to post it on. If you don't, then here's a quick reminder that it'll depend on your buying persona. So for example, if you have your buying persona as college students, like we were doing for the noodles, you'd probably be safe by posting on Instagram or TikTok during lunch breaks, like 12 to 2 or whatever. And by the end of day, like around classes end time, so like maybe 3 or 4 o'clock.
If you want to coordinate and spend one whole day out of the month scheduling your whole post, you can do that. Obviously, there's a drawback because you're not daily engaging with the people. It's already, you kind of set it and forget it. So there's a drawback to that, but as well, it helps you stay on track and doing it consistently.
Yeah.
Remember, your copy and tags are relevant and will help your buying persona find you wherever they need you. Use tools like hashtags to accurately tag your content and align to specific interests or pain points your buying persona might have.
So be sure to use text to add valuable information to your post. So you can use specific keywords that help identify what the content is about. So you can do that in the actual text in your caption or whatever, or in hashtags.
Like your description. You should always add a lot of context on the description. If you're on Instagram or in your LinkedIn, that's huge. Like a simple post of a picture can give you the opportunity to go in depth into a subject adjacent to that and bring value in 2 different areas. And obviously it's going to be more valuable for your audience and help you get more engagement.
Mm-hmm. So what if I told you this doesn't end after you post your content?
How? Why?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
To really come full circle, we have to review our content and check its performance. So it's important to close the loop this way so you can gather all the feedback around your content. This helps you realize what particular pieces of content or formats work best for your buying persona and what just doesn't work. So thanks to the feedback, you can build a clear idea of who your buying persona is, what they want, and what they need.
Yeah, because at the beginning, when we started doing the buying persona research, it was a lot of guessing, right? Like we were taking educated guesses, but at the end of the day, they're guesses that we could have been completely wrong. So once we start posting and once we start engaging and interacting with our buying personas, those doubts or those guesses that we had could be answered and could be completely changed. So if we're creating content that we think is good from our, assumptions, now maybe the buying persona can give us an insight into content that they actually really want and need by asking you a simple question on the comments.
So it's also useful and actually really important to reply to comments in DMs. So with this interaction between brand and audience, you can give them a sense of security, make them feel like they're listened to by the brand, and you can actually build a sense of community in your audience. One time Nespresso shared my Instagram story, and whenever I go to the store now, I feel like they kind of know who I am, so. Plus
It's the little things for you, isn't it?
To me, it's the little things. Not a lot of people kind of share my stories, so. Plus, direct interaction is one of the best ways to get feedback and get ideas for future content. So it's important to go through that feedback. Finally, it's not only important to check for feedback and answer comments, you want to go one step beyond that and check your metrics. So you can measure your posts by interactions like comments, likes, shares, conversions, etc. And that's an objective way to identify what performs best. So some have like built-in platform tools, and like if you go on Instagram into your settings, you can actually see your
click
metrics.
on metrics, or analytics it's called.
It's as easy as that.
And if you're using a posting tool like Hootsuite, they have a pretty good analytics side where you can do a bunch of research. Like you can post the content with a different description and see which one gets more interactions or something similar like that. And that kind of stuff will help you align to see what catches people's eye and what you're doing right or wrong. So, Mackenzie, you gonna say yes?
Yes.
It's like we're talking.
Oh, okay.
So, Mackenzie,
Yeah.
we've come to the end of our 4-episode series for Mr. Noodles. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel full because I've been eating Mr. Noodles like pretty much every day. 'Cause the more we talk about it, the more I eat it.
Yeah, and you've been eating the props.
Yeah, I haven't eaten the props. Yeah, we've had to replace one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think, to be honest, it's the most thorough that we've gone from the beginning to the end. So I feel like a company could consume these 4 episodes if they can get through the cringiness of us, of our videos that we make. But
We've made cringier.
yeah, and pretty much get the whole like picture of what they need to do to start creating content and getting some social followers and interacting with their audience. So I think it's been valuable and it's been fun filming with you. Because Mackenzie filled out an ad on,
No,
on
it's not
Craigslist
fair.
to become my co-host.
That's not
She doesn't get paid, but she
That's
does.
true. So one of those things is true.
But she does eat all the noodles.
I also had to buy the noodles.
Hmm.
So kind of a scam, to be honest. Bit of a kind of like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, but you know what you do to be famous.
You gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
All right, till next time.
Toodaloo.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Noodles, if you're listening, we know you are. Feel free to pick our noodle sketch. Just know you will have a copyright infringement from Mr. Bean because we stole the idea directly from Mr. Bean, to be clear.